Hi, Julie Torrens here. I have my Canson watercolor book, my watercolor journal that I'm working on. So it's a Canson XL watercolor paper. I have something new. This came in Happy Mail. It's Marie's watercolor. It's their student grade, and I got it from Christine. Thank you so much, Christine. But this is how they came. And yes, I've opened them. I do not use water. I also have my fashion paper, metallics. Got those. But I bought this palette because 36 colors, that's a lot. So let's see. I went ahead and I swatched them. And I put paint in all the little grooves. These don't come out. You know what I mean? The little pans, they don't come out. But as I say, they're Japanese watercolor. So obviously this is too big for you to be able to see. I'm even going to move my coffee. That says a lot. I'm just going to slide this over here. Japanese watercolor are a little bit different than the watercolors that are made in Western Europe or United States. They are designed to be, and I'm going to go ahead and activate them. They're designed to not really mix. You end up usually like this with a lot of convenience colors, and they are not as transparent. But I am going to work on some circles. We'll start out. Circle shapes. Some of them are going to be circles like rounds. Some of them are going to be ovals. But you've seen, this is a purple color. This one's called mauve. You've seen I'm sure, the videos of the multiple trees all lined up and then doodling inside. Also, pebbles, rocks, stones. Well, I thought, let's do something like that, but let's do it with a floral kind of a twist. Because you know me, I'm all about florals, love florals. And some of these are going to be touching, some of them aren't. Right now I've been gravitating towards the cooler colors. I think I'll just let this one touch here and here. For Japanese style paints, we're looking at some pretty transparent colors, I think. All right, I'm going to grab some warm colors. This color is called Scarlet. Oh, I forgot to put water on first. That's okay. And you know what? I'm going to make this an oval. Change it up a little bit. And let's go with a yellow, lemon yellow. So I hope you're doing well. I didn't put water on again. That's all right. I'm not going to waste this pigment. They're touching here. They're touching here. They're touching here. Not a lot of flow. That's, again, Japanese. But that doesn't make them bad at all. Just different. But they are watercolor. The Japanese style of painting, I'm going to go into a yellow ochre. They use this paint for calligraphy. They use those big quill brushes, and they put those brush stroke dependent koi fish and the cherry blossoms and all that kind of stuff. And you don't see a lot of blending and merging and all that. It's not their style. there's a blossom over here that I'm just gonna go over this again. There we go. Okay. And I think I'm gonna grab something in the blue family again. This one's called Violet. It's almost like I'm re-swatching. Dark. I like it. Let's start with some water again. I'm going to do an oval over here. And let's bring out another red. This one's called Rose. Nice. Oh, let's see. I'm going to put an oval here. And I'm just like trying to think about balancing out the colors a little bit. I think I'll go with another red. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, vermilion. I'm going to grab some more of that vermilion. Pretty watercolors. Okay. I'm going to put some water right here. Going back to a circle. And maybe kind of in between yellow and red. This one is called Orange Yellow. Well, we've got a variety. We've got to admit that. Okay, couple more. Let's see. Maybe bring a blue down here. Maybe touch with that red. It's what? It's wet. How about cobalt blue? Did I put a circle? I don't think I did. Well, I'm going to put one now. I'm using my Grumbacher. I think it's a 6. It's an 8. See, don't guess. And I think we need one right here. And I'm going to add the water this time. And I'm going to go back something in the pinkish family. Okay, this color is called Purple Red. I'm going to give it another go. There we go. Okay. I'm liking that. These are drier. These are wetter. I think before I stop to dry it, I'm grabbing one of my, it's called a liner brush or a twiggy, and I'm just wetting it. And I'm going to go into a green. I'm going to go into Viridian, which is right over here. I'm telling you, swatches help a lot. This is kind of a blue-green, but I want to add, oh, I got a drop of green there. It's not from this go-round, it's from another go-round. And I'm just going to add, it needs a little more water. The smaller the brush, the less water it can hold. All right. Put the tip in. Good. One more. Okay, kind of looks like balloons, huh? All right, I'm going to give this a dry. Okay, it's dried, but I'm going to go ahead now. While I was drying it, I have really all pretty much of our circles connected with green, except right in here. So I'm just going back in with that Viridian. And there. This one looks kind of lost. Good. Okay. I'm just going to let those dry on their own. Now I'm going to grab a smaller brush. I've got my Princeton Snap, and this is a number 2. Got my 2 water sources, wetting the brush, dab, dab. And I'm going to put some color details in. So like, let's start on this purple one. It was one of the last ones, or first ones that I did. And I'm looking at my swatches, and I think I'm gonna pick let's see, maybe this dioxazine. You know, I've used that word before, dioxazine purple. That's what this one's supposed to be, and you know that is dark like ink. I don't want to drag through my stems, so I'm turning it around, and I'm just gonna put some little circles at the bottom. Good. Just put the tip of my brush in. I'm picking up some more. And I'm going even smaller. And even smaller. This one I'm going to go back to the medium size. Smaller. I'm still making circles, or not just dots yet. Putting my tip in the water, picking up some more of that purple, dioxazine. Now I'm doing dots. I've got to come at it. Oh, I'm going to get some water off the ferrule. I've got to come at it pretty straight, though, or you end up with commas. I just went over a few that look like commas. You could make some pretty small dots with a brush if you're patient. Okay. Now, while I'm thinking about it, I'm opening up. I always forget the name of these. Fashion paper. They don't make them anymore. Just use whatever metallics you have, but I'm giving them a wet. There we go. While I'm thinking about it. Okay, I like that. Rinsing off the dioxazine purple. And I'm not going to do watercolor in all of them, but I'm going to do watercolor in at least some. Since I'm over here, I'm going to shift. Let's turn it around so that I don't want to bunch any one pattern or anything up. All right, I'm going to go with this pink. And in the pink, I'm going to put, I want a red, but I want it to be a red that is towards pink, not towards orange. So that would be my crimson in this set. So I'm just putting pigment on the tip of this. And I'm going to give it some swirls. Like that. Like little snail swirls. One more. I think I'm going to put some circles like O's, not dots. Little O's. All right. Let's work on this one. Now that's an orange. I think I'm going to use like a brown shade. I've got a Van Dyke brown. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's this one. I'm going to add a little water. And which one did I say? This one? I don't even remember. Well, I'm going for this one. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to put some wavy lines. I can tell you, these Chinese style watercolor lend themselves to this kind of work. I can see that. You know, like I said, lettering and things like that. Yep, I can see it. Because where I am putting it, it stays put. Good. Little more? Okay. Put the tip in the water. I'm just dragging it across the pigment a little bit. Now, the people that use Chinese paints a lot, they are often using a true sable brush or a squirrel hair brush. And they're those quills, and they're very soft. Very, very soft. All right, I like that. I am going into the gold. And I am just going to make some gold circles. I can just feel the difference in this paint. You know, from going from the Chinese style to the Western style. I like that. I'm going to do it again. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I hope you can see the gold. I know that with the different lighting, and I am in a dark situation. It's noon. It should be the high holy time of being able to paint indoors, but it is overcast and raining on and off. I wouldn't call it a typical fall day. It's more like a winter day. It's too warm to snow, but we've had out and out rain. We've had drizzle. And when I went to get the mail, it kind of felt like ice pellets. Yeah. All right. Good. Let's see. This one? I'm saying it, and then will I do it? I don't know. All right. I've got this yellow. It's got a little green mixed in. I don't care. This yellow is one of the more opaque colors in this set. It's very opaque, in my opinion, especially for a pearlized paint. So I am going to use it on this red, and let's see. Lines and circles. I mean, there's not a whole lot more that can be done. I think what I'm going to do is bring some lines. I hope you can see this. I mean, I know I'm in frame, but I just hope that you can see the color. Good. And I think I'll put another row just like this at the bottom. Okay. We're getting somewhere, aren't we? Okay, let's pick another one. This one? I want to use a orange. I've got scarlet. I'm going to use orange red. I'm sorry, my arm is right over the picture. I'm sorry. All right, what are we going to do with this orange red? Maybe some stripes going this way. And I'm going to bring it now like this, towards the top. Like that. Yep, I like that. Okay, let's see. I think I want to do this one next. I'm gonna turn it around again. And I think I want to use a combination of regular paint and the metallics, or the I'm thinking of a color. It's awfully close to purple already. Let's see. Let's go with this purple red, which I think is that one. Pretty sure. Loading up the brush. Okay. I'm not into making, let me get a little more water. I'm talking and this is gonna all dry up. Like triangles or squares, because they're flowers. So I think what I'm gonna do is like that. I'm kind of angling them with the circle itself. And I think I'm going to put a few right here. Okay. Turn it around so I can see what I did. All right. I'm going to let it dry. And then I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of metallic. So I've got metallic here, and I've got like a shimmery one here. And that's really the only ones. I've got a kind of a coppery color. Hardly ever use it, and I don't know why. I'm going to grab it, and it's a metallic-y one. And I think I'm going to use it on this one. It shows up, huh? I like that. A little more paint. Good. Okay, I think this one's dry enough. I'm going into a gold here. And I'm just going to see. I'm going to turn it around again. I'm going to see if I can kind of get this gold inside these little purpley dots. I think I can. Now I realize this is going to be a long video, but I'm not doing the same thing over and over again. So I wouldn't know where to put you. If I would, cut her off and come back. And people always say, "Oh, I want the process. I want to hear what's on your mind." I'm going to put now some gold dots in between, like this upper design and lower design. There. I like that. Okay. I'm going to work on the rest of these with markers. So I'm going to just close up the paints for now, but we're going to be coming back. But I wanted to do some with marker or pen and some with paint. Now, I'm using a Stettler. I have no idea if it's going to be happy to draw on top of this type of watercolor, but we're about to find out. All right, I'm going to start up here with this. I'm going to start with this red one because it's on top of the yellow. And am I dry? Sorry if you can see my head. Any place that I left some white showing between the red, I'm just making it a little bit thicker. I'm going to put some lines in between the yellow. And I'm going to give them a little rest place here. And I think I'm going to put a little X on top. Okay, that's good. I like that. I'm going to work down here. I am not going for perfection. Forget it. And I'm going to put lines around the orange. Nice. Now I've got some places where these lines are not matching up to the black, so I'm just going to fix that. Okay, I think I got them all. Good. I'm liking it. All right, I'm going to go around this one. I'm going to call the red one on top. There we go. And I'm going to take and I'm going to put a circle around all of these gold ones, but it's not going to be a perfect circle. They're not perfect circles, but I think it'll highlight them nicely. Now I want you to notice something about this Staedtler pen. Can you see that I'm holding it like a regular pencil, not like this? With the Sharpies, if you're leaning, at least the Sharpies I have, if you're leaning your pen like a pencil, it doesn't write. The nib is just not designed to do that. All right, liking that. This one, I am just going to add some O's and some swirls in black. I'm mixing them in. Doodling. People say they want videos on doodling, but do you realize how time intense it is? And I don't want you to get bored. Okay, I'm going smaller. And now I am going to go up and start doing dots. As the paper bounces, I'm not getting dots, I'm going back to commas. So I'm holding the paper down. I like that. Okay, got a few more. I'll work on them and I'll come back. Okay, so I finished up the doodling. I'm bringing my paints back out, and I just wanted to know if you've watched some of my other videos. You know that my jelly roll, it wasn't working the last time I used it. I tried 2 of them. Today they work. So you see, you just never know. That's why I don't throw them away, because sometimes it's just the surface that they're on. Okay, I'm going to get this palette open. There we go. Now, what do you think? I think it's coming along great. So I'm back into the Marie's paints, and I made these lines with the Viridian. I'm taking the smallest brush, almost the smallest. I have this one. Hang on. I've got that one, but it's too small. I'm going back to this one, which is the Snap number something. Number 2. And let's get some leaves on here. So I'm just wetting my brush, going into that Viridian. Did I say vermilion? It's Viridian. And I'm just going to put some leaves. And I'm just going to make them these little teardrop leaves. I think this is going to add a lot. A little more paint. Nice. A little more paint. Touch the water. I'm not measuring. I'm just going left of the stem, right of the stem, left of the stem, right of the stem. Stick one right in there. There was kind of a little flary mark there, so I just turned it into a leaf. Okay, so you've been here this long, and I admit this is a longer video. Need a little water. Let me know in the comments. Too long or okay? And you can always speed it up. I'm sure you've figured that out already. I have to tell you, this Canson XL paper, I like it. I mean, I liked it before, but I hadn't bought it for a while. I'm not even sure I ever bought it. I think I've used it, but I like it. I like it as well as my Amazon Prime paper, or what is it, Amazon Basics. But the Amazon Basics doesn't come in like a spiral or, you know, any kind of a booklet type thing. And that's what I wanted. Okay, little more, one more. You can make it through that. And if you are not subscribed, today is a great day. It does help my channel. People ask, how can I support you? I'm telling you the truth. By liking and subscribing. Not only does it support my channel, that YouTube gets the idea that, hey, maybe this is a channel we should promote, but it's also very encouraging. And all artists, all YouTube creators, you gain some and you lose some, and you gain some and you lose some. So you just always hope that the gain some subscribers outnumbers the lose some. When you're just getting started, it doesn't always work out that way. You know what I feel like it needs? I feel like I want that one to go up. I'm going to grab my little twiggy brush here and go back into that Viridian. Yep, it needed that. Back with the little brush, the number 2. If you're looking for one of those long hair, skinny brushes, you need to look for a liner brush. I grew up in art calling it a twiggy because that's what one of the teachers called it, but you do need to look for a liner. And my liner is a Princeton. I like the Princeton Snaps, but I couldn't find a liner brush in that. So this one is called a Princeton Elite, I believe. Princeton Select, but it's a good brush. All right. Well, thank you, Christine. Thank you, friends. I think this is fun and whimsical and cute. Another addition to my watercolor journal. We're not going to have too many more in 2024, so we better get hopping on it. All right. If you liked it, please do hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. It helps my channel a lot. And over here is going to be a video picked out for you, and I'm going to see you over there.